Welcome to Butler Memorial Hospital. How may I help you?
Butler Health System service excellence behaviors are to set the stage for positive interactions, be the owner, provide great explanations, create a caring environment, and foster a teamwork approach.
We're here to see my new baby sister.
Go down this hallway, turn right, and the elevator will be on your right.
Butler Health System embraces a philosophy of open and flexible visitation. Patients may receive and refuse visitors of their choosing, enjoy full and equal visitation consistent with their preferences, and designate a support person to exercise their rights on their behalf. The hospital may initiate reasonable limitations based on safety and clinical necessity. Personal electronic devices are prohibited for personal use while on work time and in patient care areas. Punch in and out for work time that is authorized by your supervisor. Employees are prohibited from performing any off-the-clock work. Notify your manager if you work through your lunch break.
Code Yellow 3 North. Code Yellow 3 North. Code Yellow 3 North.
Hi, Mr. Butler. My name's Megan. I'm going to be one of the nurses taking care of you today. I'm just going to pull this curtain for some privacy, okay?
Thank you.
It is the obligation of BHS to protect patient privacy and confidentiality. Strict laws govern disclosure and access to protected health information such as the patient's name, address, phone number, medical diagnosis, and billing data. This includes disposing of paper and electronic information securely, keeping patient records out of public view, not accessing your own or your family's medical records, not discussing patient information where it can be overheard by the public or staff. Don't tell patient stories to your friends or family, even if it does not involve using the patient's name. Do not give patient information out over the telephone. All media requests must be referred to the Public Relations Department. And remember to exit computer screens upon leaving your workstation. Violations of HIPAA may result in disciplinary action up to and including termination. Breaking the privacy or security regulation of HIPAA can also result in civil and/or criminal penalties. Starting December 1st, OSHA will be transitioning to a new revised hazardous communication standard to be completed by June 1st, 2016. The MSDS sheets will now be called SDSs, or Safety Data Sheets. This new standard label will include the product identifier, signal word, pictogram, hazard statements, precautionary statements, and name, address, and phone number of the chemical manufacturer, distributor, or importer. In addition, OSHA has identified 9 pictograms to illustrate the potential hazard category associated with specific chemicals or products. These include health hazard, FAME, exclamation mark, gas cylinder, corrosion, exploding bomb, flame over circle, environment, and skull and crossbones. The new safety data sheets will include 16 specific sections identifying the chemical and related safety information. Section 8 will always contain information about exposure limits, engineering controls, and ways to protect yourself, including personal protective equipment. Hand hygiene is the #1 way to prevent transmission of infections. Use alcohol hand rub or soap and water to lather with friction for 15 seconds from wrist to fingertips. Always use soap and water when your hands are visibly dirty or when caring for patients who have C. diff or norovirus. Keep skin healthy by only using hospital-approved hand lotions. Universal or standard precautions are used to protect the patient and employee from contracting blood-borne diseases. Treat all blood and body fluids as potentially infectious, every patient, every time. In addition to universal precautions, some patients need isolation precautions which you need to be aware of and use as indicated. Contact precautions require an addition of a gown and gloves. Wear a PAPR mask for patients in airborne precautions and follow the negative pressure room checklist to initiate other appropriate precautions. RGNR requires strict isolation techniques with use of gown, gloves, mask, and booties. Droplet precautions require that a surgical mask is worn within 3 feet of the patient. All staff should wear a mask when a patient is in reverse or neutropenic precautions.
Hello, Mr. Butler. My name's Dave Rottinghouse. I'm one of the doctors in the emergency department here at Butler Memorial Hospital. And I'm sorry to hear, I understand you're experiencing abdominal pain. Well, our goal here is to find out what's going on. So we're going to do a number of tests, including some blood work. We're going to get a CAT scan. I think we're going to end up probably admitting you to the hospital. So we'll explain that a little bit further. I'll let you know how long everything's going to take and when we get things back. The blood work we can expect about 45 minutes to an hour maybe. And then the CAT scan, a lot of images have to go to the radiologist. The radiologist will read them, give us a call back and let us know what they found. So that's probably about an hour and a half. If you need anything during your stay, please let us know. We're going to give you some medicine, try to make you feel more comfortable. If you need anything else though, you find the pain is worsening or something has changed, please let us know right away and we'll be happy to help you as best we can. In the meantime though, I'll let you know and keep you apprised of what we find, and thank you very much for coming to Butler Hospital for your health care. Please let me know if you need anything else. Okay, I'll be back. Thanks.
Hi. My name's Sarah. I'm here to take you for your test. It should only be a couple minutes.
Necessary to be sensitive and respect cultural differences among employees and when caring for patients and families. Foreign language and sign language interpreters are available upon request. Healthcare workers need to maintain a professional role in providing respect and the best customer service to our patients regardless of weight. Organ donation is encouraged. CORE works closely with staff and provides support to patients and families in making choices to donate tissue and organs. Hospital personnel will notify CORE, the organ and tissue donation organization, with all imminent and actual deaths. Store oxygen in appropriate oxygen storage areas. Do not store full and empty cylinders together. Only transport oxygen in designated holders. Do not store oxygen on carts or wheelchairs when not in use. Know where your emergency gas shutoffs are in your work area. Only use equipment that you have been trained to operate and if it is in 100% operational condition. Do not use medical equipment with an expired inspection sticker. Broken equipment must be removed from service, tagged, and a work order entered for repair. Equipment involved in patient injuries or events should be secured and the patient safety officer notified immediately. Never pull on a cord to remove it from an outlet.
Excuse me, there's a spill in there. Can you clean it up for me? Thank you.
If a chemical spill occurs, obtain a chemical spill kit and follow the directions on the kit. If exposed, follow the MSDS directions. Report the exposure to your supervisor and complete an employee injury report. Staff members should be able to locate their department-specific spill kit.
Hello, my name is Mark Edwards. I'm the Risk Manager Safety Officer.
So I want to talk about a few emergency codes and how we've changed some codes.
Emergency preparedness depends on all of us. Let's look at the changes. To call an emergency code, dial 4911 and clearly state the code and pertinent information. Regarding medical emergencies, CAT, patients in cardiac or respiratory arrest, is now called Code Blue. There is also a distinction for Code Blue Junior to identify pediatric patients. RRT remains for patients whose condition is getting worse with the addition of Code RRT Junior for pediatric patients. Code Orange is a medical emergency on the grounds of BMH. Looking at environmental emergencies, Code MCI is the new way to call a mass casualties incident. Code Red for fire and Code Gray imminent severe weather remain the same. Continue to call Code Yellow for security emergencies and Code Green for bomb threats. A new security code called Active Shooter is now available to alert the hospital of an armed and dangerous person on the grounds. Code Pink remains for infant abduction. Code Yellow Phase 4 is now called Code Purple to note an adult patient elopement. Code Amber is to note a pediatric elopement. The BHS emergency plan uses NIMS, the National Incident Management System, to structure emergency responses. Everyone should remember to maintain patient confidentiality, know their department-specific emergency plan, and that only authorized personnel are allowed to speak to the press. Be sure to remove patient records, medications, and necessary medical equipment during an emergency evacuation. All patients presenting to the emergency department requesting care must be offered an emergency medical screening exam and stabilized and treated by a qualified medical person without consideration of insurance coverage or ability to pay before being transferred to another institution or being discharged. Emergency medical conditions include patients with acute symptoms, threat to mom in labor or unborn child, life and health threatening conditions, and those dangerous to self and others.
Hi, Mr. Butler. I'm Karen from registration. Here's your card back.
Red flags to medical identity theft include documents that appear to be altered or forged, photograph or physical description that does not match the person, fictitious or suspicious personal identification information.
I just want to let you know we do have a room for you now here at the hospital. So I want to go over some things with you and your wife, okay? So that you understand what's going to be happening for you.
Each patient and/or family member is informed of their rights and responsibilities. These rights are posted and provided at main points of entry and in the patient handbook. BHS follows ethical care in its care, treatment, services, and business practice. An advance directive is a document or documentation allowing a person to give directions about future medical care or to designate another person to make medical decisions. Patients also have the right to create a mental health advance directive that describes their preferences for mental health treatment. Any non-supervisory personnel who receive a complaint from a patient or family member need to refer the complaint to their immediate supervisor or to the patient advocate as soon as possible.
Good
morning, everybody. My name is Karen Bosley. I'm the Director of Employee Health Services here at the hospital, and would like to talk a little bit today about OSHA and some of the regulations that will apply to our hospital employees.
Healthcare workers must practice measures to prevent exposure of potentially infectious material and bloodborne pathogens, dispose of needles with syringes and other sharp items in puncture-resistant designated sharp disposal containers.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Mindy Dunkerley. I'm from the Office of Organizational Excellence, and I'm going to speak with you today concerning our Plan, Do, Study, Act, or our PDSA motto as displayed up here.
Performance data is collected, analyzed, and used to develop and improve processes so that patients receive safe, quality care. BHS uses various performance improvement frameworks, including the Toyota Production System and the PDSA model. To ensure patient safety, BHS follows the National Patient Safety Goals and the BHS Patient Safety Plan to improve patient safety. The purpose of the Patient Safety Plan is to define how safety is measured and reported and how goals are established. It also establishes processes to respond to serious events, identifying causes through root cause analysis, and making necessary improvements. All BHS employees have the responsibility to maintain patient safety and take the proper steps to avoid errors. Despite committed efforts to provide safe, quality care to patients, system flaws and human errors do occur, sometimes with harmful consequences to the patient. The event reporting system found on the BHS Intranet homepage is used to report incidences, near misses, and serious events. Serious events are those that result in death, compromises in patient safety, or results in unanticipated injury that requires additional healthcare services.
Hi, I'm Larry from IS. We've had some issues regarding internet security. Do you mind if I go over a few points with you?
No, that'd be fine.
If you go over to here and go File, you start yourself on a new tab. Do not post or share passwords. Lock or log off your computer when unattended. Only go to trusted internet websites. Only open email attachments from trustworthy sources. Limit personal internet use. Do not post information about BHS, employees, or patients on chat rooms or other social media outlets.
My manager would like me to review the policy on the emergency management. Could you show me where the link is? Yes. Hello?
Hey Diane, this is Sharon from the ED. I have a patient that needs to be transported up to 5 Main. Are you able to come and help us?
Yes, I'll be right down.
Okay, thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Thank you, bye.
BHS maintains an environment that keeps patients free from all forms of neglect, abuse, and harassment. Abuse is the willful infliction of injury, unreasonable confinement, intimidation, or punishment with resulting physical harm, pain, or mental anguish. Neglect is defined as the failure to provide goods and services necessary to avoid physical harm, mental anguish, or mental illness. Prevention includes ensuring staff are qualified, trained, and experienced and are available to meet the care needs of every patient.
Hello, Mr. Butler. I'm Diane. I'm going to take you to your room.
It is the policy of BHS that all persons be provided equal employment opportunities without unlawfully discriminating because of an individual's gender, race, national origin, color, age, disability, genetic predisposition or carrier status, veteran status, religion, sexual orientation, marital status, pre-employment conviction status, or any other protected status recognized in applicable law. Patients will receive treatment without being subject to discrimination for all of the above reasons, plus source of payment.
Tom, as Corporate Compliance Officer, what do you focus on?
Katie, compliance is our internal process of making sure that we are complying with laws and regulations. And we focus on making sure that billing and financial transactions are appropriate. We all have the responsibility to make sure that we're practicing at the highest ethical standards in relation to clinical and financial documentation and billing.
Examples of noncompliance include paying someone to refer a patient to BHS, altering medical documentation to obtain a higher payment, and billing for services not provided. If staff suspect a corporate compliance violation, they need to report it to the Corporate Compliance Hotline or contact the Corporate Compliance Officer. All reports are anonymous and will be kept confidential. Discrimination and harassment of all forms is prohibited. This includes discrimination of patients, employees, visitors, and any other persons providing services at BHS. In addition, BHS will not tolerate any form of workplace violence. This includes shouting, aggressive, frightening, or violent behaviors, destruction of property, and other inappropriate behaviors. BHS encourages individuals who feel they are being or may have been harassed to care and report this to their manager, their director, or vice president of human resources, or any member of the administrative team. All are responsible for supporting a harassment-free, violent-free workplace. BHS is a drug-free workplace. Employees must remain drug-free while on duty and while engaged in or on call for the work of the hospital. BHS will assist employees who voluntarily seek assistance and provide them with an opportunity to participate in the employee's return to work program. If an employee suspects an impaired coworker, they should notify their manager or direct supervisor. Employees taking medications for a medical condition that might impair their ability to safely perform their work must notify the Employee Health Service or nursing supervisor prior to starting work. Failure to do so may result in discipline up to and including termination. If some drug or alcohol-related conviction like a DUI occurs outside of the workplace, employees are required to notify the hospital within 5 days of such conviction. Failure to do so could result in discharge.
Hello, young man. Are you having a good day?
I got a new baby sister. It was a good day.
Congratulations.
Hi, everybody. I hope that you see what you do matters. And the components of mandatory education are very, very important in making sure that our patients and their families and any guests have the best experience here that they possibly can. But more importantly, what can you do to take all of this from a good experience to a great experience? You've been trained technically in your jobs, you're very good at that, you know your business, whether you're a physician or a nurse or a technician or anybody, you are competent in what you do. That is the aptitude piece of your job, but what about the attitude? Do you come in every day looking forward to your day and expecting that you will do your very best, and the experience that you help to create for our patients is going to make this a great experience, not just a good experience, because it really is up to you at that level. It all adds up, and 99 of us can do our very, very best to make that experience the best it can possibly be, that if one of us fails, it can be a real problem. So let's just not let that happen. So thank you for all you do. We're happy to have you here on the Butler Health System team, and be the best you can.
What took you so long?
Only open email attachment. That's getting me. Damn.
Wait, I gotta go laugh.
Limit personal internet use.
Okay, all right. How long do I have to do this? I don't know. Okay.
Me neither.
All right? Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna keep talking. Okay. Uh-huh. Yep. All right, well.
Do not post information about VHS, employees, or patients. Okay. Employees, patients on chat rooms.
Run, Wesley, run! My manager would like me to review the policy for the... My manager would like me to look up...
Any questions? There are going to be, you're going to get additional badges that will fit on. Yeah, you weren't supposed to ask questions.
And other,
You good?
Break that moment.
Only open email attachments from trustworthy sources. Can we have a bloopers tape at the end of this?